Thanks for loving my channel. Can you hear me? All right. I just want to see if I got the sound configured correctly. That's awesome. Just want to tell you that it is happy hour. Cheers. I see Mrs. FloridaBoy is on the feed now. And Campfire Trickery just logged on. It's telling me that the stream, the video output is low. Is it buffering for anybody? Okay. Everything looks to be going pretty good. What's everybody up to on this Thursday afternoon? This is kind of my inaugural live feed. Campfire Trickery says, "We don't do buffering here, sir." That's awesome. I want everybody to know that coming to you from my office room, and if you look over my shoulder, I think it's, no, that's not the right one. If you look over my left shoulder, you're going to see a big poster of Stevie Ray Vaughan. And that's one of my favorites. It's just kind of weird because it's on a delay for me, and I'm watching myself like 2 or 3 second delayed. So I keep waiting for myself to do something in the video. So, Price Outdoors, what's up, sir? I am enjoying Florida. It's a nice sunny 75 degrees today, and the weather couldn't be better. I want to tell everybody that I'm going to try to do, and there's Mr. Broseph Russell checking in. Good to see you, sir. Are you still in the hammock? I want to tell everybody that I'm going to try to do a live from the swamp at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. I'm going to go out and I'm going to do it on my phone. So I'm going to do a YouTube mobile tomorrow. I figured you were still in that hammock. I'm glad to see this is working good. I'm going to try to unmute myself and see how it sounds. I'm glad to see this is working good. I'm going to try to unmute myself and see how it sounds. No, that didn't work at all. So, all right, just a reminder, I'm going to try to do a live from the swamp tomorrow at noon Eastern Time. Campfire Trickery. I will take my fishing rod. I'm not sure if the water is going to be low enough for me to get to the bridge and go fishing. But in Florida, the rule is if you're, let me see, if you're hunting, fishing, or camping, then you can open carry your firearms. But, you know, I have a concealed carry permit, so you know, if the game warden comes up, all I got to do is put my shirt over it. But, you know, we may get a little bit of live fishing action tomorrow, which will be good. All right. Hello, Brian from the UK. Air guns, bows, and cartridges. Wow. Are you on my channel? If not, I'm going to have to check out your channel. I like all three of those things. So, and that's correct, Campfire Trickery. You can open carry if you're lawfully hunting. So you would have to have a hunting license, and where I'm going, you would have to have a management area stamp because I'm going to a wildlife management area. So, and you'd also have to have a fishing license because, but you know, I also have a fishing license. It's really weird, and you know, it's really weird in Florida. Johnny Cash is better. I like Johnny Cash, but I don't know if Johnny Cash is better. You know, they're both dead, so I don't know what difference it makes. Echo Delta Charlie, finally. Hello, my friend from the UK. You've been on my channel for a long time, and I've been on your channel for a long time, too. Yes, campfire trickery. Wildlife management areas do have different rules. And I studied those rules very closely. And as, you can carry your firearm with you, even outside of hunting season, as long as you're not discharging your firearm. So as long as you're carrying it, you're not discharging it. So air guns, bows, and cartridges. I am looking forward to seeing what you put out for Canteen Cup Tuesday. How did everybody like the shrimp and grits the other day? That was great, man. I gotta take that out on the trail. And remember, Canteen Cup Tuesday was meant to be the simple little meals that you could fix in your canteen cup, and you could actually do on the trail. Some people are getting real elaborate, you know, out at the grill, and you know that's great. I really like to see what they're doing. I really like to see what they're doing in the canteen cups. But if you really want to get good with it, try freezing some of the stuff and taking it on the trail. Campfire trickery. Where in Georgia are you from? Central, southern, north. I used to hunt in west central, all the way over by the Alabama line and by Lumpkin, Georgia, and what was it? Omaha, Georgia? I think it was Omaha, Georgia. Air guns, bows, and cartridges. You guys can't get grits? That's not right. You know, air guns, bows, and cartridges. If you message me your address, and I'll send you a box of instant grits. Central near Macon. There's some big deer over there in the middle near Macon, Georgia. I know that. There was some huge deer where we were over by the Alabama line. But as y'all can tell, I don't really have a problem keeping the conversation going. I've just got out of the real estate industry, and I used to speak to rooms full of 2,000 people with just a microphone and no notes. So I can keep a conversation going. So we got about 9 people watching, and that's good for my inaugural video. I really like seeing different people's channels, and I think on YouTube that we all need to be subscribed to each other, because the survival niche on YouTube is just tremendously big. I mean, it's huge. There's hundreds and thousands of people, and there's some of the huge subscribers like Joe Robinette and those guys that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. You know, I always try to answer all my comments that you guys put to my videos. Sometimes it's tough. You know, I only got a little over 1,100 subscribers, but I go on there and I answer all of the comments that I can. Broseph Russell, I will see you tomorrow, brother, 9 a.m. your time, noon my time, in the swamp. Campfire trickery. I am looking forward to your recipe for Canteen Cup Tuesday. And look who just checked in. John, the Montana Woods Runner. He is actually the one that gave me the idea for Canteen Cup Tuesday. He is actually the one that gave me the idea. So if you want to know where it came from John, the Montana Woods Runner, MT Woods Runner. Go check out his channel. He does some awesome stuff out in Montana, and he shows us some incredible scenery out there. I ain't got nothing but swamp and mud and snakes and gators and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm a Florida boy too, so that's where I came from. And that's what I do. So, campfire trickery. It's rice and sausage with cheese sauce. Okay. Damn. And as Cheesehead Chris would say, anything with cheese is good. I want to see it. I don't know what I'm going to do for Canteen Cup Tuesday. I was thinking maybe some like tuna casserole or something. You know, something kind of easy to make. Woods, you need some more views on your channel, brother. And I need to come out to Montana and take a hike with you, although I don't think that I could keep up with you on your hikes that I've seen. But I'm going to take you guys out in the swamp tomorrow. It's going to be fun. I am going to take my fishing rod with me. And I'm going to take my new little Condor water pouch kit that I actually did a loadout on it the other day. And I was really surprised how much stuff that I could fit in that Condor kit. And all it is it's the small one, like the 10 and like the 10 and 3/4 inch high Condor water bottle pouch. And what I did is I ordered 2 Molly canteen pouches because the Condor has Molly straps on the side. So I just mollied the 2 canteen pouches right on the side. And I couldn't believe how much stuff I got in there. I showed my wife, and she says, man, I can't believe how much stuff you got in there either. And I can reconfigure it, so I'm not going to have the Stanley Adventure Series. I'm not going to have the Stanley Adventure Series in it. I'm going to have my Nalgene, water bottle in for water, and I'm going to have some other stuff, my canteen cup, of course, on the side. Some powdered cheese sauce for the mix. Campfire trickery. You know what you do? You go down to the store, and for $1, you get a Kraft macaroni and cheese, and you snatch the that little cheese sauce mix out of it, and there you go. Cook the macaroni for the kids and give it to the kids, and use that cheese sauce, and I bet it'll come out good. I am the king of easy cooking. I am the king of easy cooking. So, how many of y'all watch the series The Walking Dead? I do. Me and my wife do every Sunday, and it's getting pretty good. So, if you saw it, what'd you think of the episode on Sunday? All Out War. All Out War. That's pretty good. But this is just Thursday happy hour with FloridaBoy. And I have an age-appropriate beverage that I'm sipping on. Campfire trickery, you got tired of the zombie trend. And yeah, the zombie trend was getting kind of boring. But if you notice, they're kind of getting away from the zombie thing and kind of getting over to the interaction of the people. Mrs. FloridaBoy is signing off because it's her cocktail hour also. She's in the other room. I think she's going to bring me a new one. But yeah, they're kind of getting away from the zombie trend, and it's going to be kind of interesting where the story goes. So, and yes, EDC 21 2.1. It was a tremendous waste of ammo. It was a tremendous waste of ammo. And Lori is actually Mrs. Florida Boy. So, and you saw her in the video where we went to the baseball game. Everything was great until she figured out that you couldn't smoke in the stadium. Then it didn't work out so well. So, Mr. Montana Woods Runner, what is the temperature like in Montana these days? By the way, I visited the site where they filmed The Walking Dead in Sonoma, Georgia. Man, I would love to go there. Holy mackerel. Campfire Trickery, I only live about 6 hours from Macon. Don't make me jump in the car and come up there, because I will. Yeah, the baseball game video was kind of cool. The aftermath wasn't that great, but the game was pretty good. The game was pretty good. So I hope you all like the stuff that I do in my channel. 20-ish and snowing. Sheesh. Brother, I'm in short pants. I got the window open. It's 75 and sunny here. But, you know, after it snows, you got some good camping weather. So, there are lots of Brits in The Walking Dead EDC. There are lots of Brits. And it's really weird if you ever see it on The Talking Dead and they have them on. You know, they got kind of southern accents in The Walking Dead, and then you see them, they got a British accent. You're like, holy mackerel, I didn't know that guy was British. But Campfire Trickery, I'm still swatting mosquitoes. If y'all tune in at noon, then check me out in the swamp tomorrow. You're definitely going to see me. You're definitely going to see me swatting some mosquitoes. But I try to put out just real just real content in the videos, and you know, just using normal stuff. I mean, I've been romping around in these swamps for like 40 years, or actually a little bit more than 40 years, which ought to tell you how old I am. It hasn't changed a bit in 40 years. You know, I did one video, I think last year, where everything was great, and then I panned over to a pizza box sitting against a tree, and that kind of pissed me off, that people leave pizza boxes. But Central Florida, that's what you get on wildlife management areas. You get a bunch of rednecks, and they're taking pizza out to the tree stand. And you know, in those wildlife management areas, I've been yelled at, I've been shot at, you know, I've been almost accosted by the game warden. And you know what? Most of the time when I go out in the spring and the fall, when it's not hunting season, everything is great. But sometimes it gets kind of rough. So, but I try to do regular content that you know would transition to your particular area of the country. Now I know that it's a lot warmer here than it is in other places, and y'all got mountains and hills and draws and different kinds of trees, and we got mud and snakes and skeeters and gators. But you know, it's all just 6 of one, half dozen the other. It's how you use the equipment in the specific area that you're in. It all works the same, whether it's in the heat or in the mud. But I kind of got off track a little bit. I was talking a couple of minutes ago about the guys with the huge channels. Like everybody knows that guy Joe Robinette, who's up in Canada, and I'm a subscriber on his channel, and he has almost 500,000 subscribers. And Joe answers some comments, but if you think about that, if you have 500,000 subscribers and you put out a video, no matter what it is, I mean, he could put out a video of him trimming his fingernails, for Christ's sake, and he would get 25,000 views in an hour on it. And out of those 25,000 views, he would probably get 15,000 comments. There's no way he can answer 15,000 comments. I mean, I got a little over 1,100 subscribers, and I get a bunch of comments every day or every time I put out a video. But I answer all the comments, and I'm going to do that as long as I can. Those guys have an entirely different set of circumstances. Their woods and their temperatures, you know, they have an entirely different set of concerns. You know, you just can't go out in the woods or the swamps where I'm at in July, August, or September. I mean, it's just too hot. And if you do, you better be prepared for the heat. And you better be prepared to find some water, or you better know how to take it with you, or you better know how to make it with a Sawyer filter, because you are going to sweat yourselves to death. I didn't care about food, but you got to carry as much water as you possibly can. You know, and there's no stopping to melt some snow to get some water. There's just not. I mean, I know Campfire Trickery can tell you in them swamp in those swamp creeks and stuff. The water is like iced tea. It is you know, full of tannic acid. You could drink it if you had to, but man, I would hate to see the parasites that you would get from that stuff. Yes, EDC Survival Russia is a really cool guy. I like his channel also, and I'm a subscriber to his channel also. His accent just kills me in his videos. Woods, you and Joe had a falling out, huh? Wow, I'm gonna have to get that story from you one of these days. You know, I don't, you know, if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But you know, it's everybody's got their own way. My way is the easy way. And yes, Campfire Trickery, bug nets and water bottles. And yeah, EDC, the heat in Florida is unreal. Combined with the humidity, I mean, we got Hurricane Irma, and y'all saw my stupid vlogs where I was out walking around in the hurricane taking videos for you. I was drinking a little bit of vodka waiting for the hurricane to come by. So, and it was if you've never been in a hurricane before, that is just an unreal situation. After the hurricane goes by, it takes all of the weather. So you are left with clear blue skies and the heat and the humidity and all of the water that came down. We got 12 inches of rain in one day from the hurricane. And when it goes into the ground, it's got to all come back up out of the ground. And that humidity just comes up and it kills you. And it just kills you. But those, I hope you enjoyed my hurricane videos, because those are interesting to me. And yes, Campfire Trickery, it is like Mexico. You can't just go down to a stream in the south, the southeast, anywhere. Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. I don't know about Texas, but in those states that I just named, you go down and you take a cup of water and you drink it. I don't know what would happen to your insides. I mean, you would probably puke out your guts in a matter of hours. But and that's true. It is the humidity and not the heat. But when you combine those two, when you have I only live about 3 miles from the ocean. I'm in East Central Florida. And when you combine the heat and the humidity, when you have 95 degrees and 98 or 100% humidity, it'll just wipe you out. Like the hurricane came by, Hurricane Irma, and you know, blew down my fence and filled my yard full of trash and everything else. And you know, everybody, after the hurricane goes by, everybody goes out and they start cleaning up their yard and stuff. And the heat and the humidity just wipes you out. I'm lucky enough to have a pool in my backyard, so that I could take a jump in it. And it was tough. It was really tough. I was out of power for 5 days. Okay, Had the generator running for 5 days, and that barely got me by. But I'm doing another video. I know I got a video on a suicide cord that I made for my generator, and I'm going to show y'all. That's only part one. Part two is I've identified the breakers and everything else, and I'm going to actually show you how that backfeeds pretty soon. I know Campfire Trickery, you guys in Georgia, you took it on the chin, because I think that hurricane just kind of got up there and almost stalled out, didn't it? I think so. But in all my years, I've seen a lot of hurricanes, and I've never seen a hurricane hit the whole state of Florida like that one did. Yeah, help, where's the AC, EDC? What I did is I had a window unit air conditioner, and I put it in our bedroom so that when me and Mrs. FloridaBoy turned in at night, we could run the window unit air conditioner and cool one room down to like 72 degrees, enough that we could get some sleep. If not, there's just no way that you could sleep with the windows open and a fan on. And yep, woods, alcohol, and hurricanes don't mix. But I actually wasn't out in the hurricane. That's why I was only doing those little 30-second videos. And actually, Woods, to tell you the truth, you have to make sure that you're stocked up on enough booze before the hurricane gets here, just so that you don't run out. Because that's what everybody's looking for. They're looking for beer, and they're looking for water and gas for the generators. People from the South got it, you know, they got it down for hurricane preparation. So that's about it. So I am happy to see y'all on the live feed, and it looks like, yes, and Campfire Trickery, and lots of toilet paper. You have to have that. And I actually carry that with me every time that I go out into the woods. I'm going to have it tomorrow. So it's good to see all y'all. And it appears like I finally figured out how to fix these live feeds. See, you really can teach an old dog new tricks, because I taught myself how to do it. But happy to see y'all on here. We're just approaching the 30-minute mark, and this is pretty good for a test. I want to let everybody know that I'm going to try to do a live from the swamp on my mobile tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And that is, you know, Eastern Standard Time in Montana. I don't know whether that you guys are 2 or 3 hours behind, maybe 2 or 3 hours behind. So, Woods, if you're up in the morning, look me up. I'll be in the swamp for a little while. Maybe I'll show you guys some stuff. What's my favorite knife? I actually did a video on that. What is your one favorite knife? And I have had a Buck 119 special for a long, long time. And that is probably the one knife. If I had to take one knife with me, I would take a Buck Special 119. And I just got a leather sheath for it off of eBay from a guy named Al at Al's Crafts, like ALS Crafts. And it's a nice leather sheath, and it came with a ferro rod. It's got a ferro rod holder in the front, and it's really, really pretty cool. It's the belt loop is big enough to where it fits right through my web belt. Fits right on my belt kit. But I just did that video that my buddy Nunda from Chicago gave me, and that is that Master Cutlery Corp kukri. What's it? The Advanced Tactical Kukri, something like that. But I got a review video on it, and you know, it came out like butter knife sharp. And I hit that thing 12 or 15 times with my knife sharpener, and it was spooky sharp. So I'm going to have that with me tomorrow, and I'm going to be doing a little chopping, a little cut, and everything else. Woods, if you're out, take it easy, my brother. Take care up there in Montana. If you can catch the video tomorrow, I look forward to it. And but campfire trickery. That kukri knife is really becoming one of my favorites. I don't know whether it's going to replace the Buck 119, but you know, we'll have to see. So, all right, my YouTube brothers, this was a pretty good experiment. Mark me down for noon, live from the swamp at noon tomorrow. I'll probably be doing the campfire cooking, probably be doing something else. And yes, EDC, my phone takes amazing high def videos, and that's what I do all my videos on is you know, my Samsung Galaxy S7. So it works out pretty good. So I'm going to call this live stream a success. 5 p.m. UK time. That's it. Yes, it is. EDC, I hope that you can make it at 5 p.m. That would be very, very cool. And I'm going to call this live stream a success, my first one. I want to thank everybody that logged on and is watching. And I'm going to see y'all from the trail at noon tomorrow from the swamp. So I'm going to end this live feed here. Here in just a second. And again, I want to thank everybody. If you can make it at 12 noon tomorrow, I look forward to it. Remember, subscribe to everybody. Everybody subscribes to you. Anybody that subscribes to me, I subscribe to them. And actually watch their videos, because that's what counts for YouTube is watch time. So, that being said, I'll see y'all from the trail tomorrow at noon. Thanks.